The Goosebumps Disney Plus trailer is just released. Let's break it down.
The trailer starts off with a shot of our first location that we might see in the show. If not, just probably an important location, a fucking gas station. Or at least this is what we're assuming, since it does say gas up there. I'd like to note that this does take place by the dock, and we have water around the town, so this could play an important role in the show. I'm assuming we're going to get some scene involving water, since this is definitely going to be in a key thing to the show. I would be disappointed if we don't. There could be some really cool stuff relating to it. Yeah, it would be really cool just to get some scenes out in the water. And here in the gas station, we meet Justin Long. Now we see Justin Long, who is playing a teacher called Nathan Bratt, walking into the gas station. Such a notable part of the show, I know. Probably is, and I'm just being stupid. And he meets this woman, who is presumably Rachel Harris, but I could be wrong. But yeah, she seems to be a gas station clerk. And Nathan Bratt introduces himself to her. And yeah, apparently they might have met in the past. Then we get a shot of two of the main characters and one of their girlfriends, presumably. Here we see a car pulling up to the old Biddle house, as they call it, the house of Harold Biddle. Of course, Harold Biddle is going to get mad, as we see in the next shot in a minute, since he's going to be able to go get him, obviously. But yeah, he's going to get upset of them taking the supernatural objects because they either have, of course, meaning or purpose to the house or him or anybody else in his family, for all we know. Maybe he's a relative of Stine, and Stine's under a new name. Stine Biddle. Robert Lawrence Biddle. That would be dumb as shit. But yeah, there's a lot of things that be thrown out here, but I think it's just going to be he's going to get upset that people are taking out his supernatural objects that he likes to have, or maybe there's something revolving around his old family. The gas station clerk then asks Nathan Bratt if he has seen any supernatural activity, to which he says no, but he may have or may have just seen it afterwards. We don't know when this event takes place, but we can see him getting fucking possessed by, presumably, without a doubt, Harold Biddle, which is fucking cool, I must say. I love that. I was not expecting it when I saw this for the first time. It was leaked about a week ago. About a week ago, I mean like last Thursday. Of course, I'm going to be excited for this. I'm hoping this goes somewhere very cool. I have nothing much to say about that. It's just, wow, this is going to be a very interesting thing for the show. I was not expecting the teacher to get possessed. Holy shit. Of course, you can see here that this is presented by Disney Plus. Also, in case you guys do not know, this is only being presented by them, not made by them. The producers are Disney Plus, but the creators of the show are actually Sony. So in this shot, we see Margot looking around the corner at somebody. There's somebody standing fairly still. I think it's either Nathan Bratt or that kid we saw in the trailer before that was staring into presumably a mirror, so we could be getting Let's Invisible as well as a few others as bonuses. But yeah, I think this is one of the clones as well, potentially, but we'll get into later. You might know what I'm talking about. It's very weird and has nothing to do with the book we're going to be talking about in a minute. But yeah. Next up, we see James taking a photo of Isaiah with the evil camera. So, this is obviously when Isaiah figures out that the camera is fucking evil and cursed and takes photos of, well, makes the future different and more corrupt and evil. You get the point. The camera is no good. He knows it now. And yeah, I have nothing much to say about this. Just obviously it's going to lead to probably his broken arm. This is actually before the wide-eyed scene in the first trailer where their pupils are dilated. Anyways, yeah, this is interesting. We also got a quick shot of Justin Long, or Nathan Bratt, being scared in his car. I'm going to assume that this is either him watching him, or maybe this is when he left the gas station after meeting Rachel Harris, whoever the hell she plays. But yeah, this is very interesting. Then we see the main cast inside a giant cave system, which is probably going to be part of a scene that comes near the end of the trailer, where they're being chased by a tram or a train or some shit through a tunnel. Whatever they're doing here is beyond me. Maybe they're looking for Nathan Bratt. Maybe he wandered over here. Maybe there's something to do with the mountains. Maybe they're looking for a giant worm. You never know what's going to come with this show. We'll just have to wait and see. I also just noticed that these might be the Go Eat Worms clones people. Yep, that's what's going on in the show, I know. They don't look like any of the other main characters, which are mostly just female, I think. But yeah, I don't think these are actually the main characters. I think these are just clones. Potentially, of course. I also noticed that they're in these pink, yellows jackets. I don't know what the hell they are, but yeah, they look different. They don't look like the main cast to me now I realize it. Of course, the show comes out on October 13th, which is a Friday. Hilarious, I know. Now we see Margot choking. I think this is either a side effect of the Han mask, or she's just fucking stupid and swallowed something a little too quickly. Either way, she's choking on something that she actually needs, whatever the fuck those are called. Obviously this is definitely has something to do with the haunted mask, and she is the one who takes the haunted mask, I'm assuming, in the show. Unless it's the other girl and we just randomly get a shot of her and she just looks randomly similar to this girl. I could be wrong. I don't know who exactly is getting the haunted mask. I can't quite tell anymore since both the female protagonists look alike. But yeah, there's something going on for her. Seems like it's gonna be a very tense scene. Isaiah's there to actually inject her, whatever the fuck that thing is. I can't remember what the hell it's called. But yeah, weird. I actually think she might be having an allergic reaction now that I think of it, because that's definitely an epi thing. Next, we see three of the main characters in what I think is the principal's office, or just an office of sorts, and they are discussing the connection between all of the supernatural objects having weird shit going on with them, and how they're having their own weird experiences. And spying in on them is Nathan Bratt, possessed by Harold Biddle, trying to get info from him. Next, we see Madison, who I think is Isaiah's girlfriend since we've seen them together in some shots, running away from a dark figure in the woods. Now, I have a feeling this is either that... I just quickly want to jump in and say that character I was just about to mention is Harold Biddle. And in the trailer we got last week, we could see him looking in the mirror. Now, here's the thing. Why is he looking in the mirror at the school? It's definitely a school bathroom or some sort of public bathroom. It doesn't look normal to me. I think that in the show, as a nice little nod to the mirror books and Goosebumps, when Nathan Bratt looks in the mirror, when he's possessed, of course, we're going to see Harold Biddle instead of Nathan Bratt. Of course, Harold Biddle's going to be in Nathan Bratt's body, so it'll make sense, and it'll be a nice, cool little thing for them to do. I think it'll be very interesting. I love that idea, and I think I am right. I'm pretty sure I'm on the fucking money with that one, because it just makes sense by his looking in the mirror so intensely, and it's Harold Biddle. Like, what the fuck you doing? You're dead. But yeah, he's probably just seeing his actual self in the mirror, the ghost inside of him. Which makes perfect sense in my opinion. Totally. Or this is James, or a clone of James, obviously. Wouldn't be this creepy for no fucking reason if James was about to go haywire. We'll see in a second, but yeah. This is very creepy. I can't wait to see who this is. It could be just Nathan Bratt. Either way, this character definitely has some long hair, as we can see. Who do you think this is? I'm not quite sure. And we get a shot of three of our main characters outside of a house. Outside, of course. I'm presuming this is the old Biddle house, but I could be wrong. It could be literally anybody's house. Who knows? Then we get a shot of Nathan Bratt blowing dust off of the book that we keep seeing throughout the trailers. Next up, we see Madison at the end of her chase, and she runs into Harold Biddle. Yes, the fucking Harold Biddle himself. This might just defy my theory about the mirror earlier, but hey, this might be early in the show before Harold Biddle possesses you know who. And my theory for that actually is proven here, potentially, when he starts disintegrating, because he is not exactly, alive yet. He is not in the human body. It would make perfect sense for it to be like this. He is just a ghost still, and he's tormenting her. This is probably going to take place episode 1. She's probably going to leave. And actually, according to IMDb, she's only going to be there for 5 episodes, so she might even die in the show, but she's probably just going to break up with her main character, Isaiah, which is one of the main characters, sorry. Then we see James say that they're quote-unquote murder nepo babies. Then we get a beautiful shot of their town. Then we see the car that we're going to see throughout the show with the teenagers riding it, busting through a gate and turning right around to chase some dude on a motorcycle. This person could potentially be, I think Isaiah's father, since I think he was a daredevil apparently, so he could be riding the motorcycle. This could also be, once again, probably one of the Go Eat Worms clones. That's probably the most likely of them all. I'm willing to bet that it could be Harold Biddle. It could be some other character I'm not quite sure of, like maybe a new character. For all we know, it could be fucking Slappy. I'm joking, but still. This could be a lot of characters, so let me know below. Next, we see Isaiah trying to destroy the camera, which he does succeed to do so, as you can see chunks flying everywhere. But of course, if you read Sage Season Die, you know that this would not be the end, and the camera would always come back, since it is indestructible and cursed. Then we see our two female protagonists talking to Rachel Harris, probably about Nathan Bratt and the cursed objects and Justin Long. I'm willing to bet that she is one of their parents, since we know for a fact she is one of the parents, according to IMDb. At least I'm pretty sure she was confirmed to be one of them. Anyways, yeah, very interesting. Then we see Justin Long at Rachel Harris's cabin, which is probably the weirdest thing, and he's just waving over to her creepily. Definitely possessed by, of course, Harold Biddle. I do not know what he plans to do here, but this is probably when this is what she's referring to when she asks, how have we met? Probably recognizing him from the guy staying outside her cabin a few days back, probably. Then we see Isaiah opening his locker after presumably a game of football or something, and he sees the camera in there. Obviously, due to his shock expression, this is probably after he just destroyed it like we saw a minute ago. Of course, this fits tying in with the book, how the camera is practically indestructible. Of course, he did destroy it, but it came back, of course, because, supernatural and all that shit, and it's cursed. He looks very shocked, and of course, he still knows how fucking evil that thing is. I mean, obviously, he fucking destroyed it. You could have made some bank off that, since this is definitely modern day, since there are, new phones and shit. Anyways, yeah, pretty interesting, I guess. I'm assuming that this is going to be where he breaks his arm, sometime during football practice. Either way, yeah, pretty cool. Then we see our 5 high schoolers breaking out of the trance that we saw them in the first teaser trailer. I'm just assuming that they're breaking out of the trance. They looked like they just woke up and they're extremely shocked to see someone standing in front of them. It's pretty obvious that it's just Justin Long or whatever the fuck. I don't really know what the hell these guys' names are anymore. I'm starting to lose my mind here making this video. It's been 3 hours, goddammit. Anyways, yeah, they begun to run, obviously. This is probably when they all get separated. Go through shit. We're about to see a clock scene, so that might lead to this. You never know. Then we see Isaiah showing Margot or giving her the book. Now, I don't know what the hell this book has to do with the show exactly, but I just know that it's an important object, since it is, of course, we just saw it a few minutes ago, when we're blowing dust off it, Justin Long. And yeah, now we can see her flipping through the pages magically, like some sort of psychedelic bullshit. I think it's either some supernatural stuff going on, or it's just, I don't know, wind. Anyways, yeah, she's definitely looking through it somehow psychedelically, probably getting an explanation for something. This might have something to do with how the monsters are being released. Hopefully not the movie style, but yeah, maybe this has something to do with Harold Biddle. You never know. Then we get a quick look at their high school mascot. Don't know what to say about it. It looks like a knight. Could be a Goosebumps reference of sorts. There's a lot of things that could be a reference to. Some stuff I probably don't even know. Lots of GYG for sure. Yeah, pretty cool. Then we see Nathan Bratt looking at something with a shocked expression, even putting his hands over his mouth. Probably the ghost of Harold Biddle or something supernatural going on. Then we see James messing with the cuckoo clock. Now, we don't know for sure if he's going to have the cuckoo clock. We don't know who for sure has all these objects besides Isaiah with the evil camera and Margaret with the haunted mask, or one of the other female protagonists. Anyways, yeah, this is probably going to be his supernatural object anyways. I wouldn't be surprised. But it could be anybody else's. It could just be them discovering the clock. He fucks with it a little, and the bird jumps out, of course, causing the clock to, be activated. Then we see Margaret, Isabella, and Isaiah running from a train. This is probably connected to the cave scene we saw earlier in the trailer. I have no idea why the fuck there's a train running at them, but either way, pretty cool. This could be something cool. I don't know what Goosebumps stuff this has relation to. This is probably them looking for giant worms, if Go Eat Worms is involved with the show, or just worms in general, or clones. Who knows what the fuck is going on in the caves and mines. Maybe Slappy has something to do with it, since Slappy does show up here in a second. Pretty cool, either way. Yeah. Then we see Harold Biddle looking through a crack in the wall at Slappy's trunk. So he's probably going to pull out Slappy, dig him up, and he's gonna set him out. Now, this is weird, because I don't think he wants the object stolen, so why is he gonna get him out? Maybe Slappy is gonna be one of the objects that's gonna be wanted to be stolen, so he can get the objects back, since Slappy is definitely gonna be one of the bigger roles in the show towards the end, obviously. I think Slappy's gonna be some sort of little troop for him, and Slappy will cause major chaos. I mean, Slappy, I will show an image probably in my next video. It's fucking terrifying, I'm just gonna tell you that. But yeah, really fucking cool. Can't wait to see why the fuck he's bringing out Slappy, since I thought he didn't want the object stolen. But yeah. Now I'm gonna let you watch the next little clip from the trailer, because Slappy's voice is potentially revealed here, and it's creepy, but not what I expected, I'll tell you that. I don't know if I like it or not, but it's definitely weird, and also because it's a fairly interesting scene.
Come with me. I get those goosebumps every time.
Next, we see our 5 high schoolers around the box killing Slappy. It bursts right the fuck open, revealing Slappy. Now, it's not the best image, and he does look a bit odd, but I'm assuring you, he does look like Slappy, and he's fucking terrifying. I'll make a video about him shortly after this, I promise you guys. Anyways, to see him huddled around something, I am not quite sure what it is. I mean, maybe they're just falling to the ground, or maybe they're just sitting off the side of the road. Who knows? Then they hear a voice calling to him, and then they say, "Come with me." Now, I don't know what that voice is. Obviously, what I just said, Slappy probably. Apparently, they need to learn the truth, so we're probably going to find out what their parents did in the past, since they apparently their parents have relations to Harold Biddle, but we don't know for sure. Anyways, this is just really interesting. Then we get the reveal of the logo, and we get the reveal that it's streaming October 13th, which we already knew, of course. And now at the very end of the trailer, we see James get absolutely fucking obliterated. He explodes into a burst of yellow goop, which I'm assuming is like a sugary mixture, since they do describe it as sweet, which would make sense since I think these are the gummy worms. Basically, gummy worms in the show is going to be gummy worms. One of the supernatural objects is a fucking bag of gummy worms. He ate some, he probably cloned overnight without even knowing it, and yeah, they just killed the clone. Of course, they're gonna figure it out, obviously. And yeah, they make a terrible joke, and then we cut to the end of the trailer showing that it'll be on Hulu and Disney Plus. And just so you guys know, it will be airing on live TV, so I'm not sure what channels exactly, probably something related to Disney or Hulu though.
So this is basically the same trailer that was leaked prior, so don't get worried. Yeah, it's just a very interesting trailer overall. I really enjoyed it, but there were some minor things I did not like. I felt like there could have been a lot of more Goosebump monsters shown. We only got the haunted mask, the camera, and the cuckoo clock a little bit. We got a little shot of Slappy, but yeah, I have nothing much to say about this trailer. It's just really good. Better music choice could have been definitely done. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.